I'll hide mine so you can't see what I'm putting out.
Right.
So, what we're going to do now, little treat for you. We're going to pick my favourite 5 and Andrew's favourite 5 flies. So, he's picking his out in a minute. I'm picking mine out. And then we'll talk you through the flies. Right. So, beans we're here for Andrew's belated birthday bash. You can go first.
Okay. Well, I'd say my number 1 go-to.
Yes.
They either hate them or love them.
It is what it is. It's
The yellow squirmy worm. That has caught me so many fish, and I mean so many fish.
Deadly.
Every venue I go to, it's absolute killer. 3 foot, 4 foot, 5 foot, anything.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. But that is probably over 1,000 fish on that.
Oh,
easy. Well over 1,000 fish on that.
That's a crack.
And that's my number 1. And my friends know it. And
100%.
well, my box is full of them. I wouldn't go anywhere without them. That's got to be my number 1.
Well, as you all probably know, my number 1 has got to be the one and only Blue Flash.
Yeah, the
The good old OSG. I spit out the OSG Blue Flash damsel. That thing has just pulled the fish out, no end, all over the country.
For just being a year old, just over a year old, it's amazing. The feedback on it from
Absolute crazy.
UK, Denmark, Ireland, Scotland, you know, everywhere. The number of fish is pulling out, and not just small fish, it's pulling out big fish as well.
I've had some nice, really nice fish on these.
Yeah, the feedback has been absolutely incredible. We've had a massive year on it.
And one alongside that as well is the snake, the damsel snake. We've caught loads of fish today with that. But that's my number 1. Number 2 for you?
My number 2, it's got to be the original gasket buzzer. It's got to be. My number 2 is the original gasket buzzer, plain black. It's called a gasket buzzer. People have asked me this question so many times. I have put it on my Facebook page, and I have told them everything. I've done a few competitions about it. Many moons ago, my friend used to work in an automotive car factory.
Yeah.
And the rubber for the gaskets, it's the waste on the outside, it's like little squares.
It's crazy.
And that's what it's made of. But it's absolutely incredible. You can try Flexi Floss and everything, but it doesn't.
Still don't get the same effect.
Doesn't get the same effect.
Nowhere near the same effect.
That is probably, when I say the first fly, it's caused me thousands of fish.
That gasket's a close.
That is very close second, very close second. Even the fish, when they're lethargic, you drop that and leave it in amongst them, they'll take it.
Well, even Andrew's, as he says here now, close. That would have possibly been a close first, but it is a second. Mine's I say exactly the same. It's a variant that we've had tied.
That's probably within the last year we've done that.
It's crazy. The amount of fish that I've caught on the White Vicar gasket buzzer and the CDCs, the yellow owls and things like that, New Zealand style, unbelievable. The fish come up, see the dry fly, see that coming down in the water column and bang. And that fly is tiny. Tiny.
I think it just gives you something else from the collar, doesn't it?
It's crazy.
I said I know the green ones work as well.
Yeah, the greens, the reds.
The silver ones work as well.
Yeah.
But my favourite, I said yours is that. Mine is the original, obviously, because I've been using that since I was 20 years of age. We're on number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3 has got to be. It's got to be the.
It's got to be a snake.
It's got to be the deadly white snake, the white and green bullet-head snake. It's got to be.
Over the last 2 sessions, the fish that myself and John Wergan have caught, we've caught a couple today on white snakes, the cosmic snakes, but that is one of the just a slimline pattern.
Yeah, this is the 2-inch version. I said I prefer the 3, but this is just a 2-inch. It's the same pattern, but the 3 gives a bit more wiggle for me. That's all. Yeah. But yeah, I said this pattern again. I said it's a close second.
They're all possible first.
They're all possible
first,
ones. That has really caught me lots and lots and lots of fish. And I know a lot of people have caught them lots and lots of fish. Very popular snake pattern. Yeah. Probably the most popular snake pattern that I've got, probably.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And going off the gasket buzzers, after the little trip to the Diet up in Scotland, what's his name up there now? The owner?
David?
David suggested when we were up there he said, get Andrew to tie you a little yellow owl with a little orange or a red tag in the back end of it. And he said, that will change your dry fly fishing no end, he said to me. So we were catching plenty of fish on the standard owl. But
That just gives it a target point.
that
doesn't
little
it?
target point there has been unbelievable. I say, if they don't come and take that, they're nailing the gasket buzzer
Which
underneath.
is just below it. It's like it attracts it for them. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's not far below them, so they can see it.
Cracking pattern. What I will do, I'll take a photo of these flies all together and I'll put it in for you all to see. So that's my third.
So I'm on number 4.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for number 4. I'm going to go for the WKD Zonka.
100%, yeah.
This is when we first had the beads, and believe it or not, we had the beads by mistake.
I
But
don't
this
think how many beads you've used.
the colour blue bead actually come by mistake. I was after a different colour bead, but once this colour bead came, well,
Game
I
changer.
said my boy said about the colour, the drink, WKD drink.
Yeah.
And he said, why don't you call him WKD, Dad? Because that blue looks like the WKD
Yeah, it does.
drink.
Does. I remember those back in the teen days.
Yeah. So my boy said, we'll call it WKD. So we called it the WKD Zonka. Well, the last birthday trip or the trip before that,
Yeah.
I think it's on your video page on the spring windy day.
Yeah.
I think that's on your
That's where
YouTube
we-
page. I think you have a look at that. I think that actually
smashed it.
nailed it that day, didn't it? And we
There's
had
a
some,
lot of other boys as well, local boys. Anis of Raw, Ian and things like that. Ian Shannon.
yeah, Ian Shanahan, yeah,
Shanahan, he likes our pattern as well.
yeah.
They're a firm favourite for us all.
And he loves the snake pattern
He
and all
loves
that,
the
yeah.
snake pattern, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially up in Anis of Raw.
So that's my number 4.
Yeah, and my number 4, which could possibly be a number 1 again, is that bad boy, the old pink wiggle. That thing, stalking up in Dare Valley, under an indicator in Dare Valley, under the indicator anyway. That have hammered me fish no end.
You had a fantastic day on another video down in Fox Hill, if I'm
Fox
correct.
Hills. Fox Hills, it was nigh on 26 fish. I think it was 20 fish I put to the net just on a pink wiggle.
Yeah.
What's the owner down there again? Steve.
Steve
He's-
Evans.
He's a Steve. I dropped him one of those, and the first thing he done was give Andrew a message because I think he caught himself a load of fish on it as well.
Yeah, I think he had
So, number 5.
So we're on my
Fifth
number
and
5.
final.
Yeah, my number 5.
Oh, definite.
It's got to be the tutti frutti eggnog, the nog,
Yeah.
with a bead on for a bit of weight. That under an indicator, you can use it stalking. You can use it various ways. You can use it any way, but you under an indicator. If the fish are looking up and they take in any sort of nog pattern, egg patterns
Unbelievable.
like that tutti frutti one.
And sometimes as well, if you find the fish are just nipping at tails, put one of those on because there is no tail. And it's such a small pattern. They just come in, bump, and it's hook up straight away.
I'll see if I can show you. Once it gets wet,
Oh, they come alive.
The 3 colours blend into sort of
Yeah.
one mush, and it's absolutely
They come alive. when they're,
fantastic. That's my number 5.
And my 5th and final, which can be another close one as well, is the damsel variant of the wiggle, the olive wiggle that we got.
Yeah, that's within the last 12
That-
months as well.
Just ideas flying around.
That come alive.
Trying them. I think it was £12, 15 ounces rainbow I had up in Dare Valley last year on that. Unbelievable.
Just something different again, isn't it? You can use that as a stalker, probably under an indicator.
Yeah, and I was under the indicator.
In the margins pulled.
Yeah, it's just a case of having the flies, changing. Don't just be stuck on the same fly all the time. Get something else out. It's the same as today now. We've gone
I was just going to say, that's what have happened today.
tube fly. There's a tube fly now there. I will get some pictures later on, and I'll put them in this chat now in front. You can see what the fly looks like. And say Andrew had 4,
I had 4 on it.
I think
and
about
I've
4
snapped
and-
on 2.
lost 2 fish. I've had 3 or 4 and lots of pulls on it as well. It's just that something different. These fish now, I've seen loads of different flies every single day for the last 2 weeks.
It's been a brutal day in the wind.
Ah, it's
Brutal.
unbelievable. But I'm going to give it another hour or so now, I think you're going to shoot
I'm
shoot off home.
going to shoot home. I got things to do.
We're borderline nearly the school run for myself as well, so we're going to give it another hour. And I hope you enjoy all the footage. Any fish that I catch after this now, I'll put in first, and then this will end the video nicely. So, belated happy birthday from the other day. We should have been out the other day.
Thank you very
but
much.
We've gone today.
And plenty of brown footage, which you was looking for as well.
Unbelievable again. So, thanks again for watching, guys. As I say, Mr. Buffdan is on Facebook. Tap Bag-Eyed Flies. If you haven't already got them, then you don't know. If you know, you know.
Thank you, guys. Cheers.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying.